Hey there, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directive. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I have a lot going on with you this week. Of course I do. So we have the monthly. This is the monthly reading. It's for the Sagittarius season of November 22nd to December 20th. And then we'll get into the weekly for the November 18th through the 24th. I channeled some information for you, and we will get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. I want to encourage you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up button right now. It does a couple things. It does help me to grow my channel. Leaving me comments also is very helpful, and I always appreciate it. But here's the reason I really would like you to do this is because it helps me to connect my energy to yours. When I am channeling, when I am trying to get into the energy of who's going to read see these videos, whose energy am I reading, it helps to have an energy exchange, an energy connection. So if you've ever gotten a reading from me, or if you've left me a comment, or you hit that thumbs up button, it helps to connect our energy so that I can tap into it easier, and you are more likely to get a reading that resonates for you. And of course, you should always check out your sun, your moon, and your rising to get a really complete picture. Okay, so here we go. Channeled information for this month for you. First thing I did, though, is I did numerology. I love numerology. So anyways, I got into that with with Scorpio. The name of Scorpio for all the different sun signs. I did the numerology, and yours added up to a 5. And 5 is change. Change is not easy, but boy, for Scorpio to get change for their number, I thought, well, that makes sense. That makes sense, right? And so I figured out as I went through and did these that number has to do with what you are working toward as that sign. And so working toward creating lasting change, transformation, right? Showing us the way. So you guys have had an interesting year. And this Mercury in retrograde season during Scorpio has been really pretty intense. But when I was getting into your energy and I was finding my way through it, the first thing I saw was it was like this dirty window. It was really dirty. You could see the sun on the other side, but it was so grimy, and you wiped it off with your sleeve on your shoulder, on your arm, right? And the light started coming through, and then all of a sudden it was not a window anymore, and it was instead an opening to a cave. Only you're on the inside of the cave looking out. So it's like you've been in this tunnel and you've been going through this death and rebirth process, and you are there, you're at the threshold. It was beautiful. And ahead of you was, I saw a path going down the side of the mountain into this rolling hills and valley. Yes, but there were hills involved in it, and there was a mountain in the distance. And so, yeah. So yes, you've come through this cycle and you've made that transformation, but the journey is just beginning. If the sun was shining, I could hear the birds singing. It was beautiful. It was green. It was verdant. It was full of potential and possibilities. So hopefully that's what happens for you when we get into the next phase here. It might be after we go through the eclipse season, but oh my gosh, you're right there at the threshold. It was beautiful. All right, so overall energy for this month. I love this. You have a vast universe. You have the vast universe. I'm actually going to, it's a new deck for me, and I've gotten a lot of cards, but I have not gotten that one. I've been playing in the deck for a couple of weeks now, and really been enjoying it. Oh, it's 1. I thought that said 7. So 1, initiation. Oh, starting of a new cycle, the death, the rebirth, vast universe. Oh, I love this. Okay, so bright sun spinning in the heavens, protecting divine light and projecting divine light to the earth. sends out the brilliant waves of universal energy. When you receive this card upright, you know that the vast river of grace, abundance, and happiness is open for you. You yourself have your own divine heart. The light, sorry. One that is connected to all other people and things, and to boundless creative energy. This incredible power is always available, but you have now arrived in a time when the whole world is about to open up. That's what it looked like coming up out of the cave. It looked like the whole world was opening up to you. Opportunity awaits. Amazing connections are available to you. The internal consciousness that co-creates all in reality is in alignment with your own heartfelt desires. This is the time to focus your energy, thereby creating a treasure map or a vision board filled with bright images, writing a clear, attractive intention, or directing your angels to carry out your intentions in the energetic realms. The entire universe is waiting and willing to respond. Oh my gosh. Okay, so writing down what it is you want to create. You can do it visually, right? That's what a vision board is. You cut out the pictures of what it is you want to create. The act of creating something to tell the universe. So either creating by writing affirmations, or creating by writing out what you would like to do, or creating by writing out the next couple of action steps with the big vision, right? The vision board. Doing something creative, asking spirit to help. You start the process. You move the energy of creation along when you create something. If you're not creating, you're stagnant, right? So creating something to change the energy to move things forward. Scorpio, I knew this was you here. I have just been loving watching your journey. Okay, so your overall energy was that, and the key here is the loving woman. Could that mean that the key is there is a loving woman in your heart? Yes, it could. But I'm doing a general reading. And when I do a general reading, I look at that as no. Actually, the key is opening yourself up to receiving love. And I think this is what you have been working on, is learning and understanding that you are love, and you deserve love, and you give love, and you receive love, and what you put out into the universe, you get back. And so if the key is receiving love, then the key is also giving love, right? Opening up for that opportunity, welcoming it in, creating it. It's beautiful. Okay, so in the recent past, intuition and manifestation, you've been working on this. Absolutely you have. The news of the rider coming in, bringing you information from your intuition on how to manifest what it is you're trying to create. In the area of transformation, in order to create the transformation, you need a plan. Look at that. There is a map. There is a road ahead. This is, the universe said, make us a plan. Tell us what you want. We will be happy to jump in there and help you do it. You have arrived. In the future, you have professional assistance. Okay, so what is it that you need? Ask the universe and the right people. I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people. They show up. That is divinely orchestrated. That is opportunity. Ask for what you want. In the recent past, you had a lot of anxiety about, the decrease, the losing, and if I give this up, will I have enough? Well, no, you will have more. Because when you let go, when you have your hand closed, right? The water is still running out, you're losing it, but you aren't open to receiving the flow of abundance coming in. Oh, Scorpio, no. Oh, all right. We have victim mentality here in the future. Please don't allow it. I think, though, it might have been in the reverse, and I hope so. And we're going to put it in the reverse because you can create the future. It is not set in stone. In the victim mentality, if you can release yourself from that, if you can open yourself to receiving, right? So this is decrease, this is receiving. And in this way, it looks like the waterfall is flowing to you, not away from you, filling you up. So, be creative. Take those steps forward. The sun is shining. The opportunities await. Ask for the help and the guidance you need. Open your heart to receiving love. You're not a victim, right? You're not. You are a co-creator of your existence. You have been struggling with how to find peace, how to make peace with the situation. It's felt like a big mountain to try to get over. But that's in the past. Here you go. Great achievement. Taking action, moving forward, being recognized for what you've done, the progress you're making. And I want to say, even if you don't hear it from someone else about, oh, you've done a great job, Spirit sees it. Spirit knows. You know. Your higher self knows. Oh, okay. Playing it safe. Again, the future is not written. I am doing this. Playing it safe doesn't get you anywhere. If you sit behind the fence and you don't step out into the verdant valley, if you stay in the cave and you don't move forward, if you stay in the darkness afraid to move forward, you've made such great progress. Scorpio, don't stop now. The vastness of the universe is opened to you right now. The opportunity is there right now. Don't play safe. What do you want? Go for it. Your heart is your intuition, right? It's your intuition. It's one way to get in contact with your higher self. In your heart of hearts, what do you want? Yes. Okay, you have to be true to yourself and what would love to. Follow your heart. Be true to yourself. You may not ever understand what's going on in their life, but you can always figure out what's going on in yours. Be true to yourself. You don't have to, what other people decide to do, you cannot. Okay, so when you're like, oh, I want to be in this loving relationship with X person, X, right? Not NX, so I should probably go person P. Like, this is who I want to be in a relationship with. Well, you can't control what they're going to do. But you can say, I want to be in a loving relationship with giving and taking of love in equal amounts, where I am treated with respect, where I treat others with respect, where I trust and am trusted. Right? You can do your part, be what you want in a relationship, and the right match will come in. But if you've decided the right match has to be this person over here, well, what if they're not doing the work? What if they can't get there? And then you feel all alone. Don't do that to yourself. You deserve love. You deserve to receive love. You deserve to give love. Do you know why it's so easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. The legend of Bigfoot continues. Okay, so act with love and be open to receiving love. And if someone else isn't ready for you, then that's not the right person at the right time. Be true to yourself. The right doors will open. Don't play it safe. Take the risk. There are very few things in life that I feel are worth the risk, and love is one of them. And trust me, I have risked for love many, many times, and sometimes I get slapped around hard, and I still believe that it is the only thing really risking everything for. Two things. One, standing up for who I am and being authentically me. That's something I risk for and love. Those are the two things that I feel like everything else, they aren't even that important. They're just things. They're just happenings. They're just experiences. But being authentically me and taking a chance on love, those are things that I'm always willing to do. Look at this. The higher power wants to co-create with you. No kidding. That's what this card said. You can create whatever you want. The manifestation energies are really high. So right now, if you are dwelling in negative energy, you are going to create negative energy around you. Lower vibrational opportunities will be all that you will be able to attract in with your lower vibrational energy. When you lift up your energy through gratitude, through hope, through self-love, through forgiving others, because that releases you from being tied to that situation, right? The negative baggage. When you raise your vibrational energy, then you attract higher vibrational opportunities. Your attitude determines how high you will fly. What kind of opportunities you attract. So you have Gray Squirrel. Find new ways of problem solving. Do something different. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten, right? Follow your heart. Try something new. Take a chance. And we have Pig. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Absolutely. What I see here is like you're like on the threshold, and then somebody says or does something, and you're like, oh wait, I thought I could do this, but I was right. I was right the first time. Like, nothing's going to change and nothing's going to... If you start talking like that, then nothing's going to change and nothing's going to get better. Instead, I am loved. I am lovable. I am loving. I co-create with spirit my experiences. You're not a victim. You are a co-creator. Things don't happen to you. You create that. You create your experience. You're a divine spark of God wrapped in human body, having a human experience, the human being experience, but your higher self and the contracts you made coming in and the choices you make here, that's what creates your reality here, which is really an illusion, but it doesn't matter. Your experience here. You create that with spirit, with divine timing, and other people making their choices along the way. That's part of it too. But things aren't happening to you. You are creating them. That's a lot of responsibility, right? I mean, the day when I figured out, oh my gosh, wait a minute, I'm responsible. It was two things. In one hand, it was sucky because I thought, oh my gosh, who am I supposed to blame now? And the other thing that it did was like, oh my gosh, I'm in charge of my life. I can do what I want, pretty much. You know, not always, because other people are involved and they're also co-creating their experience, right? But I can say, oh, I don't like that, and move over here. I can change and shift and move, and I do it all the time, right? Like, this isn't working, I'm not doing that anymore. But I learned something from it. I always learn. There's always a wisdom in it. But I did learn. I did learn that the experience I was having was the experience I was creating with my thoughts, with my decision-making process. Was I staying where it wasn't working for me, or was I moving forward? If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you always got. And the vastness of the universe is open to you right now. You can absolutely create a different experience than you've had. You are standing at the threshold of this cave, of self-discovery, of transformation. And the vast vistas are open before you, and you can go. You just have to have the courage to do it differently, to take the risk, to go out there and co-create the universe that you want, the experience that you want. The only thing holding you back is you. There was no bars in front of the cave. There was nothing. It was wide open, ready to go. Maybe the bright sunlight's a little uncomfortable because, you've been undergoing this transformation and maybe you need just a couple more days or weeks to rest. But when we get through this eclipse season, I hope you're moving forward. So, this week. Oh, geez, Louise. Your overall energy for this week is the 10 of Wands. This is, I got too much on my plate. I can't get everything done. I'm going crazy. I'm pulling my hair out. I think this is what saps your belief system. I think you feel like all this hope and optimism, and then you're like, but the reality. Reality is what you create of it. Who can you ask for help? Who can help you take some of this stuff off of your plate, right? Professional assistance. Who can help you to clear some of that crap off of your plate so it's not so much to do? You need to plan and take action. Remember, that was the transformation part. And part of that is going to be the, oh my gosh, you don't actually have to do everything all yourself. And so if you're feeling like you're being beat up and abused right now, you need a creative new solution to handling the problem. Who can help you? Yes, ask in spirit for guidance and help. Yes. But then what happens is that you need to pay attention to the opportunities that Spirit places in front of you, usually in the form of people or situations, things that come up, and you go, oh, wait a minute. I asked for help, and is this the help? Don't be like the guy whose house is, being flooded because the dike broke, and, 3 times people come to rescue him from his house. That's like, and then he's like, no, God is going to save me. And when he dies, God says, why didn't you leave the house? And he says to God, why did you let me die? And God said, I sent you 3 opportunities to get the heck out of there. Why didn't you take any of them? So look for the synchronicities, look for the help, look for the guidance from people in the 3D world. And understand that there is more at play than just that. Ooh, you have such nice cards. All right, so lots happening. We start out the week with the moon in Libra. And then Scorpio Mars moves into Scorpio on Tuesday, which is that get it done action. But right now we still have the Mercury in retrograde, which makes everything slow and sluggish. But, Leo energy wants to kind of push things forward and take action. And so come Tuesday, then, things might start. But, you have to bring Mercury in retrograde slowing down to go direct. And it's going to have to go stationary at some point before it can start moving. And so there is this... it's kind of what I just heard was, when you're trying to turn over the key in the car and it's, and it takes a while for it to chug into life, it's that kind of energy. So maybe there's a little too much air in the carburetor. Maybe you got some water in there, you need to burn it out. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So, wisdom, which is taking the experiences that you've had and distilling them down into wisdom. What did you learn? What can you use? Being grateful for the opportunities, being grateful for the experiences, being grateful for the information, the knowledge. Understanding there's this opposition energy happening. We've got the sun is going to be the moon is in Leo, which is in a square with Mercury and Scorpio. So this is going to make communications tense on Monday and Tuesday. And then you have the moon on Tuesday, I think it is. It goes into a square with the sun, both in Scorpio. And so this creates this hard right turn. But what happens is where they meet, it's like the laser focus of these two light beams coming, and it's going to illuminate something. But it's a really tense energy. And so there's this coming to a head of a situation that's that 10 of Wands that says, this is not working. I need to get some crap off of my plate. You couldn't do it all? Huh. You weren't supposed to. Nobody is supposed to do it all. Life is about finding the balance between giving and receiving. Putting that into equal balance, right? So the key to the situation is being open to receiving the yin energy. So I feel like asking for help so that people can help you and you receive the help is the key to survival this week. And it's also the key to change. And Scorpio, you are supposed to change, to transform. Doing things the way you've always done doesn't move you that direction. Being willing to take a risk, asking for the help, and being willing to trust that the help is there, that it's legitimate, the opportunities are there, they're legitimate. Yes, discerning, yes, but follow your heart. What feels right? What feels right? So, on Monday, you have Archangel Gabriel's dragon. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Okay, brings purification. Purification is cleaning out what doesn't work. Taking what is valuable and taking that with you and leaving behind the rest. Self-discipline will speed you along. Self-discipline, the willingness to let go of what's not working and just taking what is valuable to move yourself forward. And then you have Thor's red, black, and gold dragon, which protects you in times of change. This is a time of change. Absolutely. You are standing at the threshold. You are protected. A time of rapid transition and transformation is upon you. Relax. You are safe. Don't be afraid to put down some of these wands and move yourself forward. You are protected. And I know there's a lot of resistance that you're feeling. You're going to have to push through. You're going to have to break through. Nobody can do that for you. You have to choose to do that. You have to take that action. And if you allow yourself to be, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed here, and sink back into the old way of doing things, the transition can't happen. The transformation can't happen. The new cycle can't open to you. You're going to spiral around in the same situation for a whole nother cycle. And right now, these energies are so big that it seems like it would be a very long cycle to get you back to this opportunity. There's something you've been working on really hard. Don't give up now, Scorpio. Take the risk. Step out into the light. Tuesday night at 8:54 p.m., the moon is going to move into Virgo. And then on Wednesday, oh, happy dancing time, Mercury goes direct. This moon in Virgo energy will make you want to take a look at your finances. It will. And it's advised that you should, right? Do a little assessing, reassessing, reallocating, distributing, where, just go through it. It might be that everything is fine, but take a few minutes to go through it. You know, take the time. Figure out what's working for you and what doesn't work. Co-create with your higher power. Listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. Okay. So, partnership. You know, a new cycle doesn't necessarily mean a new partner, but it means a new way of having that relationship. The old way, if it wasn't working, needs a change. Because some of you might be doing just fine, okay? This is not every Scorpio. But a new way of doing things. Being willing to make some changes. Because if it wasn't working before, it's not going to work in the future. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If you are miserable and unhappy and you don't make adjustments and changes of some sort, it doesn't change. And didn't you guys have the don't settle? Maybe not. Maintain self-worth and self-esteem. I guess that wasn't you. Might have been Libra. Okay. Thursday energy. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by what I'm feeling in the heart space. It is so heavy right now. I can barely breathe. This feels so weighty, like such a major turning point. I don't know if this is just... I think it's monthly energy, but it's really this week. It feels like with that square energy, it's like right up there. Whew. Okay, so Thursday, you have the potential to be highly productive on like looking over your finances or finishing up projects. And then Friday and Saturday definitely is a great time. You're finally in the moon, Mercury's direct. This energy is picking up. We've got Mars and Scorpio now, which likes to get things done. And so, you know, Sagittarius, the sun moves into Sagittarius at 9:59 a.m. on Friday. So if you are a Sagittarius that's cross-watching, happy birthday to you. The moon got into Libra at 11:20 p.m. on Thursday. And so this energy right here, it's about wrapping things up and getting things done and finishing off these projects. But it's also about surrendering to the divine, to your higher self, to your heart space. What are you hearing? What are you thinking? What are you feeling deep inside of yourself? Knowing what you need to release to get out of this Ten of Wands energy so you could start on this beautiful, the vast universe. It's a one. It's initiation. It's a new path forward. What do you need to let go of? What can you release? What concessions can you make? And so for this, you have prompting, call a friend today. Call a friend today. So who can you talk to over the weekend? Who can you talk to that will help you? You know, that will understand what you're at and what you're trying to do, and that will have your best interest at heart. Pick wisely, but pick a friend who is always on your side. Or a family member. I mean, it says friend, but it could be a family member. Somebody who is going to be on your side as you maybe talk your way through. Do I do this? Do I do that? Problem solving with you, right? Don't forget to ask for help and guidance along the way. Don't pass up opportunities when they come to you. Looks like you could use it. Looks like you could use a hand. On Sunday, okay, so at 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, it's 12:58, whatever, Eastern Standard Time here in the U.S., The moon is going to move into Scorpio. So now we've got the moon in Scorpio. We've got Mars in Scorpio. This is some feisty energy. Situations are going to boil up, and you're already stressed out. And there is going to be something that feels like it is so out of control. It's totally what this card looks like. And you are going to be tempted to internalize all of your feelings in that very Scorpio way. Not let anybody know what's going on. Call a friend, okay? And use this opportunity to find a creative solution. Because you need a creative solution. Remember, the squirrel says, find a new way of solving problems. You need a creative solution. This is the position to do that, to find peace. This is what the moon in Scorpio at this position, it actually said in the book, try to find a creative solution. So Spirit really wants you to do this. They're emphasizing it in so many ways. Have faith. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Your guidance that you're co-creating with Spirit. Scorpio. You guys have been working so hard. I know this. I've been watching you. You are right there. You're at the threshold. But you have to do something differently, right? You have to choose to step out into the sunlight. That's it. Okay, so you have Tiger Iron. This is interesting because it actually, Scorpio has a tendency toward jealousy in situations. So if, for instance, you have a partnership that's splitting up, business or personal, sometimes Scorpio's like, yeah, but I don't want them to be happy. I don't want them to have good luck. And that kind of energy is energy you need to step away from. It says, I am grateful for other people's good fortune. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness. When you can comfortably be happy for someone else, that is the ability to forgive. That is the ability to love someone even though they're not in your life anymore. That's important because that frees you. Then you're not pulling around that karmic baggage anymore. And that allows you to continue your ascent. Feel safe and protected, improve self-esteem and confidence, dissipate jealousy, extend blessings and goodwills to others, increase philanthropic action. Co-create with Spirit joyfully. New opportunities. What you're leaving behind, you were supposed to. So, be grateful for the lessons learned and the opportunities had and the experiences, right? Because it was what you came here to do. Step into the future with a light heart, knowing that you are worthy of love, that you are loved, and that the vastness of the universe is open to you. And you just need to co-create with Spirit. Okay? All right, Scorpio. You take care. I will see you next week or next month whenever you come back. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Be good to yourself and put down some of those wands. Get the help you need. Ask somebody to help you lighten the load. Okay? All right, you take care.